Hello everyone and welcome back to Cyberwhale. I hope in the topics that we have discussed in the previous videos related to week 1 content is pretty clear to you guys and you have understood whatever are the foundations of ethical hacking and the basics of CEH footprinting and reconnaissance. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the week 2 content that comprises of scanning network, and in this we are going to discuss again continuing to the day 4, day 5 and day 6 that we are going to process in the same way. So in the day 4 content that we are going to discuss in this particular video is scanning basics, in which the topics could be like types of scans that could rather be TCP, UDP, or you can say SYN, or you can say ACK, and it could be etc, because we all know that there are several kind of scans that we can perform to scan networks. So moving on further, the topic that we are going to discuss is going to be intro to Nmap and its capabilities, or you can say the key features and the common use cases of the Nmap. And as I have already told you, another thing, hands-on is again guys going to be a whole new video that we are going to discuss in the upcoming part 2. And so before I proceed further with the definitions and the types and the scanning basics, we are going to first discuss what actually is network scanning. So guys, as the word itself states, its definition, scanning of the network. And why do we need to scan networks? The scanning of the network is to find the you can say open hosts, open ports, to find about the hosts, versions, and to find the, you can say, vulnerabilities vulnerabilities in the system or network. You can say network, yeah. So I guess the topic is pretty clear to you guys that what we are going to discuss is to find how to find the open ports, hosts, version, and the vulnerabilities in a particular system or network. Let's just say in the previous few videos back, I have already given you an example of CID. What basically CID do is they scan through the crime scene in order to find the what evidences, so it is same as for to us also. What we are going to do is we are going to scan through the target system target system that, or you can say network, in order to find the evidences of open what things are open, to get into the deep of the, or you can say get into the depth of the particular task. Yeah, that's what network scanning means. What happens is guys, okay, let me give you a brief example in Hindi as well so that you guys can correlate it with it. Let's say कि CID क्या करती है. CID basically go to the crime scene and see कौन कौन इंसान उस particular crime scene से और उस particular place से connected था, कौन human being उधर था उस time पे. they found the networks, they build a network ना कि हाँ ये इंसान इधर connected था, ये इंसान इधर connected था. So they go to the network and try to find the loopholes. So same thing is what network try to get into the system and try to find what it is, you can say find the loopholes. That is what the target of network scanning is. I hope it is pretty clear to you guys now. So we will be moving on to the another topic that is going to be types of scan. So let's just start with types of scans. Yeah, types of scan, in which we are going to discuss about the, you can say, TCP. What basically is the task of TCP guys? TCP used to find or identify the TCP open ports. TCP, I guess you guys might be aware about TCP. TCP is basically transmission control protocol, and you have, if you are in cybersecurity, you would have read about the networks protocols, topologies, and everything. So you might be little bit aware about TCP. So that is what the task of TCP scan is, to identify TCP open ports. And basically TCP open port is ideal for finding applications, for finding application services like you can say HTTP or FTP. HTTP, hypertext sorry, HTTP is hypertext transmission protocol, I guess. Yeah, and FTP is file transmission protocol. So moving on further, then comes the, you can say, UDP scans. In UDP scans, what basically is the target? Again, we are going to say the same. It is I used to identify the UDP open ports. Okay, so I guess these are similar, and it is basically to find the services like DNS and SNMP. As I forgotten the full form of SNMP in the previous video, I remember it in this simple network management protocol, and I didn't forgot it again. I remember it, guys. So in the third topic that we are going to discuss is ACK scan. ACK scan is basically to determine if the port is filtered or not. If the port is filtered or not. That means if it is filtered, then what it is going to do is it is going to check and acknowledge that the filter is that the sorry, the packet is filtered or the port is filtered, so you cannot go through this, or there are rules that are kept for the acknowledgement of that particular port or packet. That is how acknowledgement works. And then moving on to fourth point, then it comes the null scan. Null scan basically do is that it sends packet with no flag set. It sends packets with no flags set. That means sometimes we do na, let's say, let's give you an example, Nmap SN. Let's say this is a kind of N mapping that we are going to do with the ping scanning. So here what it is, this is not going to put this kind of flag, and it is going to directly hit on the Nmap and the, then you can say the IP address or the host name, and it is going to scan that particular thing. That is how null scan work. It is a stealthy scan that sends packets with no flag set. Then comes the fifth type of scan, which is ping scan. What we basically do in the ping scan, wait a second, guys. Ping scan, in ping scan, what is the task of ping scan? It checks whether the host is in a network is alive or not. Checks that host in the network is alive or not. So that is what the ping scans do. Let's say we are checking for a kind of IP address, and it shows and we use the Nmap, or you can say the ping scan, and it shows the host is not alive, is not connected. That is how ping scan works. So this is the task of ping scan. So these are the 5 types of scans that I am particularly going to discuss, as these are really important, and for the hands-on I'll be showing you the commands that we are going to use for these particular scans. Moving on further, then comes the there is one more scan, guys, that is stealth scan. Stealth scan, the task of the stealth scan is to basically avoid detection from the IDS and firewall. Matlab ki, guys, what it is going to do is it is going to bypass the detection, bypass the firewall and IDS, and directly scan the whole network. ये अवॉइड करेगा, डिटेक्ट नहीं करने देगा, और बाईपास कर देगा आईडीएस एंड फायरवॉल एविजन को. दैट्स हाउ इट वर्क्स. सो नेक्स्ट इज, as we are going to discuss about the Nmap and its capabilities. So guys, what is the full form of Nmap? Many people doesn't know yet that what is the full form of Nmap, and they're using Nmap actually. Nmap, guys, stands for network mapper. Network mapper means to map the network and understand the network. So if we now discuss about its definition, then network mapper is an open source tool, which is used for network discovery and security auditing, and Pen testing. Pen testing is my favorite, guys. I guess many of you people is also interested in pen testing. So Nmap is basically used to perform network discovery, security editing, and pen testing. Now, if we discuss about its particular key features and capabilities, as I have said that we are going to discuss it. So key features and capabilities. Capabilities. Sorry if I'm making any kind of mistake in spellings. Key features and capabilities. Number one, we are going to do is host discovery with the help of this. Then we can also do the network inventory. Network inventory. That means to describe the network or to get a report about the network. Then goes the version detection, what kind of version the network is using or the system is using. We can get that out of it. And also the OS detection. OS means, guys, operating system. Operating system. We can also get to know what kind of operating system that particular network is using through the operating system detection. Then moving on further, we have the firewall and IDS evasion. Firewall and IDS evasion. As I have already told you in the stealth scan, that stealth scan can avoid detection from the IDS and firewall. That's how we can evade the firewall and IDS and perform the full scan of particular system. So this is what the key features and capabilities are for this particular Nmap. Now, if we move on further, then comes the common use cases. What are the common use cases where the Nmap can be used? Number one, we can use Nmap for vulnerability assessment. Vulnerability assessment. Next is, we can say network inventory again, or you can say port scanning. Port scanning. Then moving on further, it comes to the point incident response. Incident response. Wait a second, guys. Yeah, then comes the incident response. Then next point, if we say, then comes the security audit. So a security audit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, security audit. As I have already stated that it is used to perform security auditing and pen testing. So it is a basic common use case of the Nmap. So I guess that this video is pretty clear and the topics are understandable to you guys and you have understood it in an easier way. So, and I also hope that you like this video. If you like the video, guys, do smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also like share it with your friends and family so that they can understand. If someone is interested into cybersecurity or ethical hacking journey, share my channel with them so that they can also get the benefit out of it. So I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. See you soon.